Walmart started in the South, so it's, with the Southern hospitality, the
Makes
greeting.
sense. It makes sense.
It didn't work well with the
Survey says that the people in America loves when Walmart customers tell them hello at the door. We're gonna take that and bring it everywhere around the world.
I be trying to run from them.
I mean, you can't avoid it though.
I be
you
like,
can't avoid
hey,
it though.
but
You can't avoid it. You can't.
but they're not at the front door all the time.
Every time I go in.
Going in, not going out, but going in.
Going in.
See, I must don't go that much.
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction.
Let's get it.
Super excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Number 10, Target, Canada.
Target is closing all 133 of its stores in Canada. But the news doesn't come as a surprise to analysts and customers that have been tracking the company's expansion.
In 2011, it was announced that U.S. retailer Target was entering the Canadian market in an unusual way by acquiring the leases of 220 Zellers stores. They effectively converted most of them to Target locations by 2013. Saddened by the loss of a classic Canadian brand, shoppers were excited to see how Target would compare to both the old Zellers and current Walmart offerings. But it only took 2 years for the brand to tank in a spectacular fashion.
Stores were poorly stocked, and Canadians were turned off when they noticed that prices fluctuated from what they were used to seeing at Target's U.S. stores.
A combination of supply chain issues, technology difficulties, and a simple lack of understanding of the Canadian market proved the U.S. chain's shot in Canada was far from the bullseye.
They built stores everywhere, and they took existing stores and they made them into. This was one. We'll look back and we'll look at. This is the biggest blunder in the history of retail.
Okay,
What?
so I actually like
Target.
and I remember us having this conversation with you guys like last summer.
Come on, man.
But I didn't know it only took 2 years for it to tank.
That is terrible.
That's
You know how many
ouch.
businesses they had to replace when they built Target?
right. And they took
Man.
their brand.
That's what a lot of, you see, we always kind of can point out where they messed up at. But yeah, you know.
Like,
yeah,
how you take it from the people? Like, you took another option.
yeah. I think they should have, like, stuck with at least a little something here or there to add it to the Target
Yeah.
and just, like, kind of combine it or something or whatever. But people got know what they like.
Yeah.
You know what the people like, you have something. If you force some stuff on people, then you kind of dealing with
And
problems.
then you let them down.
You let them down.
Number 9, Walmart,
Oh, yeah, I remember
Germany.
Can a company help you live a better life? We're working on it every day.
One of the biggest reasons why U.S.-based chains struggle or die entirely in foreign markets has to do with cultural differences. In some cases, corporations may
It's not a
simply
Walmart,
assume that what works in one place...
Remember,
I remember,
they
but-
were greeting them, and that's not a part of their culture.
Yo, y'all cancel culture.
Yes.
Oops. Y'all cancel Walmart.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Me say that.
It was clashing with their culture. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
they were thinking, it was reminding them too much of, the past and the things that they were.
Oh, yeah, with that too. There was a few
Yeah.
things in it.
Yeah.
But
it
I
was-
do
yeah.
strictly remember y'all mentioning about it wasn't normal for people to be waiting for you at a grocery store door.
Yeah.
And then watching you, talking to you, listen, y'all,
Coming
everybody
up
can talk
to
to
you
but coming up
when
to you
you're
with the
shopping.
hospitality and all that stuff and asking if you need things or help, like, it's different for y'all, I understand, but that's, y'all, I think that video that day we watched, y'all canceled them.
Yeah.
Y'all said, we ain't doing this now.
And Walmart started in the South, so it's with the Southern hospitality, the
Makes
greeting.
sense. It makes sense.
It didn't work well with the
Survey says that the people in America loves when Walmart customers tell them hello at the door. We're going to take that and bring it everywhere around the world.
I be trying to run from them.
I mean, you can't avoid
I
it, though.
do. I be
You
like,
can't avoid
hey,
it, though.
but
You can't avoid it. You can't. They
but
waiting
they're
for
not
you.
at the front door
Yes,
all the time.
Every time I go in.
Going in, not going out, but going in.
Going in.
See, I must don't go that much.
They
To
they
see
going
'em.
in. Some of them just be
Yeah.
chilling, talking to other people. They ever see you coming in.
Don't
It's
be doing their job.
Will work everywhere.
We're able to get toys, treats, stuff that the kids like, and be able to say yes. It just really puts a smile on our face. And that's why at Walmart.
A prime example of this was the failure for Walmart to take off in Germany. Opening in 1997, the chain lasted 9 years and took $1 billion loss on the venture. Explanations vary, but a common thread among many of them is how German people are distinctly different from the U.S. standard Walmart business practices.
And that's okay, y'all. People, different neck of the woods, different walks of life, different interactions, encounters to help us shape who we are today. That is totally fine. I don't want nobody to come in the comment section and try to debunk Germany and make them feel like what they did was terrible. They just wasn't feeling the vibe. I mean,
Yeah, they say, I
Wasn't
don't
it?
like you.
yeah.
Plastic bags, door greeters, and even pre-store opening chants all clashed with the
remember that.
locals.
Walmart also required its cashiers to flash smiles at patrons, which a lot of customers thought was flirty and creepy.
Number 8, Wendy's, Japan.
Welcome to Wendy's. What would you like with your hot and crispy fries?
Introducing Wendy's new fries.
Remember them days.
Guaranteed hot and crispy.
Having expanded to Japan in 1980, Wendy's managed to keep Dave Thomas's famous burger chain open for almost 30 years.
I think I'm onto something.
All 71 locations were closed at the end of 2009, leaving fans wondering if they would ever return. Heavy competition from McDonald's and Burger King seemed to be the largest reason for the withdrawal. The company did return again in 2011 with 3 new stores, but failed again to capture any significant market share. They ultimately decided to simply acquire the Japanese-based First Kitchen chain and rebrand it. They began offering Wendy's items alongside the store's original menu.
You really can't get much for $5 these days, unless... Is that a real song?
Number 7, McDonald's.
One thing I do love about Wendy's, and I don't think no other restaurant can, one-up them when it comes to this. They gonna fill your bag up with fries.
Oh, yes, they will.
They gonna put that.
They will.
It kind of look like it's like they put the fries on. They said oops, and they just dump it in there, and they do it again. And
I'd rather that, but we know y'all don't like big portions. But I like
Yeah,
everything
facts,
I bought. Okay, fill it to the top.
Hey, I take my fries in bundles.
Fill it to the top. In bundles.
Bulk. In bulk. I take my fries in bulk.
Both bundles, both.
Yeah.
That work?
Jamaica/the Caribbean.
Oh yeah.
There's very little argument to be made about McDonald's being the top burger joint across the globe.
Got the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Right.
As previously mentioned, the Golden Arches have been a solid competitor to many over the years. Yet even Ray Kroc would have had difficulty keeping the franchise afloat out in the Caribbean. The Jamaican chain lasted 10 years and ceased operations in 2005. Several major barricades prevented the brand from really taking off. The high cost of launching and maintaining a franchise limited how many locations would open. Combine that with supply chain issues, a bad economy, and a misunderstanding around the locals' approach to cuisine all contributed to the burger giant's failure. Locations in Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago also suffered the same fate.
Steal my fries, steal my fries. Go on, steal my fries.
Number 6,
Hold up, wait a
eBay.
All right. Okay, so our Caribbeans, our family, y'all gonna have to tell us because that wasn't clear.
Unless you guys just sending a video saying why McDonald's didn't work out in
the
Caribbean or whatever.
Where you at? He said they didn't understand their take at cuisine. I really don't. When I think of Jamaica, Trinidad, I don't think of McDonald's.
No,
I don't.
Do you? Because we don't.
No, like it's very American. I don't.
Something to look into now. Oh, that's interesting. I'm like that too. I don't think about no fast food restaurant, but when I hear that,
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a burger in the Caribbean. Like from
shark
what we
burger.
have seen, we haven't seen. Okay,
the shark burger, but you ain't gonna
Shark
find that
and
in no
bake.
McDonald's. Yeah,
Yeah, they could have did that.
maybe. See, the people know what they like.
Okay, that's the only thing shark and bake. That's it.
So when
And
I
that's
know
not
something.
in Jamaica. That's Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
China.
Sell it on eBay, make someone's day. Buy a thing, sell a thing is what you should do. Like a boomerang, the love comes back to you.
This may be the first entry regarding China, but it certainly won't be the last. Another difficult market to crack, eBay never stood a chance against Taobao, a subsidiary of Alibaba.
Literally means searching for treasures in Chinese.
Okay.
It's China's biggest online shopping destination, with more than 2 billion listings of products and services.
Launched in 2003 as an eBay competitor, Taobao understood the Chinese market far better than its US counterpart. eBay charged for listings, whereas Taobao's were free. Perhaps the most significant difference, though, was the ability for customers to instant message directly with sellers on the Taobao platform.
Shopping on Taobao is never a chore or a task. It's a fun, interactive, entertaining journey that keeps Chinese consumers spending nearly 30 minutes every day on the platform.
This real-time communication gave buyers a more intimate relationship with the seller, something eBay couldn't offer and was important to the locals. The company pulled out in 2006. Number 5. Mattel, China.
If Chinese girls embrace Barbie's pink kingdom, an American mainstay could find new life in China.
Mattel learned the hard way what many of the companies on this list also learned. Study your foreign market in explicit detail.
However, with its iconic brand Barbie, Mattel hopes to gain significant market share in China, where it has long lagged behind rivals such as Japanese toy maker Bandai.
Anyone and everyone in the US knows who Barbie is. So when Mattel went to Shanghai and built a 6th-floor, 36,000 square foot facility featuring Barbie in every corner, they expected massive success.
The 6th-floor dream house features every Barbie.
Barbies, you know, the girls are gonna love it. They're gonna flock around the floors and going buy, because they put so many advertisements up.
But I've never seen a Mattel store.
See, I was gonna just keep my comments off of Mattel, because why would I want to know about Mattel? I mean,
I've only seen like Barbies and those products in
facts.
other stores.
Yeah.
Okay, but they was optimistic.
They did that.
Ever made, including her new Shanghai friend Lynn, complete with multiple shopping bags.
Only one problem. Chinese culture tends to favor educational entertainment versus escapism. Shoppers didn't know of or even understand what the point of Barbie was, and so no one was interested. It only took 2 years before the store closed its doors. Number 4. Starbucks, Australia.
After 50 years, we've learned that possible is just the beginning.
Similar to an earlier entry about Target, Starbucks tried a massive launch to a market they'd done very little research on. Opening 84 locations across the country, locals saw the emergence of the coffee chain as an attempted invasion.
When they launched too rapidly and didn't give the Australian consumer an opportunity to really develop an appetite for the Starbucks brand.
In a land where coffee was already in abundance, Starbucks faced an upward battle against a surprising adversary, the locals. Turns out those from down under tend to favor independent cafes versus giant conglomerates. In a region that loves the uniqueness of individual coffee houses, the Seattle-based company stood out for all the wrong reasons.
It just was the complete wrong market for what the Australian was used to.
Struggling to find their niche, they sold whatever.
Yeah, I would have been, I'm the type of guy, we're the type of people that's like, we want to take baby steps to success because we don't want to miss anything while hitting these hurdles. But I feel like with these big brands, they have all this money and, they pour it into the community when it comes to these buildings, and they expect people to flock to it because, it's new. Right. Me personally, I think, if I was like, which I am, I would have like a food truck or something, catering to the people first.
Yeah.
And then get get them a little hyped up a little bit for the product, have them coming back and forth every single day. And then when they drop the actual building in the community, and that's how you get it going.
Look at you giving out business plans.
Yeah.
All right now.
They had left to 7-Eleven's owners, who now sell their brand in convenience stores. Number 3. Best Buy, the United Kingdom. Based on everything you've heard on this list so far, we'll give you one guess why Best Buy failed in the UK. Yep, you got it. culture.
People had no clue what was Best Buy here, so why would you go to a big store that just opened when you can go to your Currys or PC World you've been going for years?
They had hoped to open upwards of 200 stores after acquiring a 50% stake in Carphone Warehouse, a UK wireless carrier. They never even made it past 11 stores, failing to understand how Europeans approach purchasing of electronics. Best Buy assumed they were just like folks back home. Not so much. People across the pond tend to either buy online or through smaller retailers.
People in the UK, they're much more likely to research online and buy online. That actually the role of the store is quite insignificant.
Combine that with poor timing of their launch and a lack of advertising, Best Buy never stood a chance.
Best Buy?
I think with Best Buy, you know what I'm saying, launching in the UK, I think about it, it's not just about the job, it's about them actually being able to have a job. People get to talk about things as, you know, electronics.
Yeah,
and it just opened an opportunity for people to, you know, get a job that caters to a niche in that community or that environment, which is electronics. You know what I'm saying? Everything's like food and products. Anybody can just talk about that. But when you know about electronics, it just hits different.
Right. I actually like Best Buy.
I do too.
I like being able to, you know, get all my products from this one store. I like that. Oh, that's sad.
Closed its 11 big box stores in the UK in 2012, just 2 years after initially entering the country. A very brief attempt.
Number 2. Uber. China.
All you have to do to find it is get out. Here.
Much like the other entries on this list that tried to get into China, Uber failed to crack the safe of their Great Firewall. 2016 saw them raise the white flag when they were absorbed by their biggest competitor, Didi.
在滴滴，我们对司机进行3证验证及背景审查，身份真实可靠。
Uber's failure was not for a lack of trying. The company invested heavily in the use of Chinese infrastructure to meet the demands of the market. But from unethical drivers, lacking relationships with taxi companies, and regulatory difficulties, Uber failed to gain any traction. Had they tried to partner with the right company, even their competitor, they may have had a chance. Instead, if you need a ride in China, you're best off to try Didi.
Uber was behind from day one. If a Chinese user already had Didi, the only reason they'd switch is if it was that much cheaper.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Google. China.
Billions of people around the world use Google, except in China.
Even the king of search couldn't find a way to make it work in China. Google tried entering the market there in 2006, but very quickly learned it was no match for their biggest competitor, Baidu. Formed in 2000, it had one edge on Google they were never going to go near: pirated content. With the ability to easily access music and movie downloads, Baidu created a stronghold Google couldn't breach. Then along came the Great Firewall, and they became even more frustrated with the rules around censorship. By 2010, Google had begun discontinuing their services.
Since its departure, Chinese consumers have learned to live without Google.
Although not available in mainland China now, Google does continue to operate a presence there through Google Hong Kong.
What are the chances that Google Search will ever come back to China, or that Google Cloud would ever come to China?
You know, today we don't provide most of our signed-in services in China, and I don't see that changing.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip.
Man, you know what? That's a little still shocking knowing that Google and just in general didn't make it to China. I mean, we knew about YouTube, but it's just...
Yeah. But I mean, when you think of China, like, they literally have everything. They're futuristic.
Yeah. Mindsets looks crazy.
Yes, they're innovative. Look.
They're going to introduce us to something, and we're going to have to be like, okay. When we introduce it back to them, they be like, no.
Got it already.
Got it already. Thank you, come again.
Yeah, so this was a cool list.
It was fire. It was fire.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.